Today I am going to show you and demonstrate our electric file bits, because a lot of people don't really know which bit is for what thing. So hopefully you'll learn a lot, and I'm also going to show you some tools. So we're basically prepping these nails, but I'm going to show you the bits as well. So, if we have a little look in here, so minus that one, if you have the complete Pro collection, you get all of these, minus the Mandrel Bit. You can buy the Mandrel Bit separately though. And these two come together if you just want those two, and those three ceramic ones come together if you just want the ceramic ones, and the Cuticle bits come together if you want to buy them separately. And you can buy them all separately. Too many options there, isn't there? Way too many.
We got there in the end, Duck.
Yeah. So, I've got Morgan in today, and the last time I did a nails was when?
I think it was around about the middle of October.
And those that, obviously this video will go probably out in the new year, yeah?
Yes, I would think so.
Yeah. So
Well, it's now Christmas, Duck.
But it's now like December. So let's just have a look at what we're left with. So Luke. So she's cut them down, took some of them off, but look at the growth. Now this, for all that time, growth for Morgan isn't a lot, because your nails just don't really grow.
They don't grow now.
If my nails had been on for that amount of time, they'd probably be all the way out here, because my nails seem to grow really fast. I don't know, maybe it's the menopause thing, I don't know. But they do. But yours don't grow really fast, which actually is good for you because your nails last longer.
Yeah.
But if you want to grow your own nails, then
It's a no.
it's a no.
It's a no.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the bits I will use to remove these two tiny bits of acrylic and gel polish that are still on there. And we'll also go through prep and everything like that. So, lovely jubbly. Right, so to remove bulk, you can use the Debulk Bit. You can also use the purple ceramic bit as well, but I want to show you both. So I'm going to put my electric file on a speed of 25. So that's 25,000 rotations per second, maybe?
Probably a minute, I would think.
A minute.
Definitely off the one.
Yeah. Now, you hate this, don't you?
I'm scared of these.
What is it? Does it remind you of the dentist, something like that?
Don't like it, Duck. Don't like it.
I don't like it.
Rather go to the dentist.
Right, so what I'm going to do is, notice how I'm resting. My fingers, my hands are resting. I'm pinching away the skin from the side of the nail, and I'm resting in my hand. And this means all I can do is this kind of movement, yeah? If I hold my hand here and start, what'll happen is, as soon as I start pulling, my hand will want to go back like that, and then I'll start to hit your skin.
No.
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 We don't want that, do we? We don't want that. So it's important to rest. And my this part of my arm is resting on the desk as well. Okay? And I'm going to first of all use this part of the Debulk Bit. So the Debulk Bit actually has, let me just stop this for a second, has different grits. So you see how the teeth get bigger as you come down here, and they get narrower as you come here. So this is the finest part, so that's why I'm using that part around here. So you can see it just takes it away. But notice how I'm not going too close, so I'm not... Oh my God! It's not that bad!
There must be other people who have clients who are scared of these.
My mum is exactly the same. So
it can't just be me.
It's not just you. So you can see I've not touched this part though, because I don't want this bit to touch the natural nail. And then I'm going to pull, and what I'm going to do is put this on 30. The higher the speed, the smoother it will run. Oh my God, she's like desperately pulling away from me. I'm going to kick your face in a minute. So this bit here is the most coarse. Gentle. Do not put loads of pressure on. Gentle, 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 and we're going to contour as we go. So we're touching the surface and working with the contour of the nail. Let me show you the purple Swarovski bit we have. So it's got a purple Swarovski stone on it, and it's made out of ceramic. Now, if you look at the teeth on this one, it's totally different. So the teeth on this, can you see how it will need to rotate this way to cut? If you use it in the reverse, it will not cut because of how they spiral. They're angled, so it would need to rotate that way. Whereas if you look at this one, it's actually cross cut. So can you see how it's cut in both directions? So this can be used by a left-handed person and a right-handed person. So it can be used in a forward motion and a reverse. We're not going to put the bit all the way down like this. We're going to relieve a little bit of pressure there, tiny gap.
This one looks a bit less scary than the other one.
I'm going to go on 25. And I can go across and still remove bulk, and I can remove gel polish. And with this one, the entire length is all the same grit or roughness. Now let me quickly show you the pink ceramic bit with the pink Swarovski crystal. So this is a finer bit. So the other one was coarse, this is medium. The Debulk Bit is extra coarse. So I can go quite low with my angles, and I can use this to get rid of that gel polish. Okay, I can do the same on this one. Because it's a finer bit, it's safe to just whip around. And you can see on this one, you did say you'd knocked this one, didn't you?
I've knocked this one, yeah.
And I can see a pocket of separation between...
It's going to go...
I can see a pocket of separation between the nail and the product. And that will have happened because the pressure of the nail,
feel it.
that length there, would have created that pocket because they are well overgrown. So you should always maintain your nails every 2 to 3 weeks. Morgan can get away with 4 weeks because her nails barely grow. And what I can do is, if you've got a client that does pull away from you, if you hold it, hold the finger in this way, rather than like this, because that's a lot easier to pull out of my grip. If you hold it like this, I really do have her finger in the vice grip.
Or just knock them out.
Also, this hand, my hand blocks their vision.
I'm watching the screen, Duck.
I know you're watching the screen, but you know, if the screens weren't there, then you...
Yeah, I can't see what you're doing.
The client can't see what you're doing, which then makes them a little bit less scared. So you can see that this is all coming off now, where that pocket is. So I'm only being quite gentle. Let's just get rid of that little bit of a pocket. Oh, Duck. You can see it's got a little bit of a bruise. You can see the bruise down this side as well. You see? Yeah, you've got a bruise there.
I did really bang it, to be fair.
Was it proper painful?
Yeah, I was like, you know, you're like... I had to sit down and just... Deep breaths.
Deep breath.
Deep breaths, Duck.
Right, so...
She's bruised. She's bruised, Duck. She's bruised.
You get some foil, get these soaking, and then I can move on to prep on the other nails. So if you've got a client that's been really naughty, or you've really neglected them, or like a really good friend and you've really neglected them, they've neglected you as well, then you can get them soaking. Get those nails that are still on there soaking. You can carry on with the prep of the other nails. Save your time, you know what I mean? Using your time wisely.
So the Debulk Bit then, can that only be used by a right-handed person?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Because it can only be used in this motion. It can only work in, if you look at it, it can only be used in that anti-clockwise way. It has to go that way. Because even when I feel it on my finger, I turn. So if you've got any bits and you don't know if you don't know if they are right-handed or left-handed or cross-cut, look for the cuts. Can you see that that is cross-cut? You can see it comes in this way and it comes that way. This one isn't. Can you see they've got straight lines? And as I push that onto my finger and turn it anti-clockwise, it wants to grab on my finger. But if I turn it clockwise, and then it doesn't do anything, it's just very quite smooth. It won't do anything. So that's how to check.
Have I got a little split? Or is it the end of the acrylic?
It might be split. Oh, yes, it is split. Oh, it's going to be a sore one. So I'm going to put a little bit of oil on the fresh nail, just so it doesn't dehydrate it as much, because we're going to go in with acetone. So acetone on a lint-free pad. And let's wrap it up. Wrap it up and get you in the oven, Duck. Ready for Christmas Day.
Did you take the rest of your nails off by yourself?
So what happened was I cut them all down and then some of them just naturally lifted on their own.
Yeah.
So I just thought, well, I'll get my teeth under them, Duck. Give them a quick nibble.
A lot of people do that. I don't recommend it. I'll give it a 1 out of 10.
Thanks, Duck.
Right, so I'm going to take the cuticle bits out, and I'm going to use the pointy cuticle bit first of all. So put it all the way down, and then you can slide it up. I'm going to use this on 15, and I want it pushing away. Now this is in the forward motion, and it's pulling towards me, but I want it to push away. So you can see how it's pushing my skin that way now. And this will also push the cuticle back. But if this does scare you and you kind of want to make this little valley in here first, you can use the cuticle pusher, and we'll do that with the other one.
Are you still opposed to this bit, Martin?
No, it's the filing on the acrylic nail. I don't mind filing on the natural nail. It's the
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
So let's get the cuticle pusher.
Is Nanny Pam scared of this bit as well?
She's alright with this bit.
Yeah, well, Faye loves this bit, doesn't she?
Faye loves this bit.
Oh, does she?
Faye loves this bit, like satisfying. She see all that scuzz, she
Yeah,
calls it.
scuzz.
There's scuzz coming off. So all this non-living tissue, we're going to push this back. And it will start to come off, as you see. And we can flip it over. And we can use the blade, and we can drag away any non-living tissue. So if you prefer this kind of prep, that's fine. And if you're a bit scared of the cuticle bit, then this will give you like this little valley here. So you've got that groove going all the way through. And then you can come in. So notice the positioning of the electric file. I'm not like this. I'm like this. So I say the arse end of the handpiece is facing the client. And then that allows everything to be pushed away from that natural nail. You can get any non-living tissue off. And notice how we go like this. And then the arse end is facing me. And it's always going to push back. Notice how I'm not sort of going in with the very tip of the bit. I'm going very quite flat. So the bit is actually making contact with the nail, not just the very point. The point just skips into that nail fold. Then you can go to your proximal fold bit, and we're going to skip around the proximal fold and also along the cuticle, and it's going to lift it. It will exfoliate it. And anything that doesn't come off that's white will generally have no blood supply. If it's a bit yellowy, it will have a blood supply. It's like a pinky yellow tone. Don't cut it off. If you get any callus building up here, we can massage that away and exfoliate at the sides. And we tend to get a bit of a callus at the side of the fingers, and you can't always see it when you've got extensions on. So this is the time to exfoliate that away. And then I'm going to get my curved cuticle scissors. They are curved so they match the curve of the cuticle area. And I'm going to take away anything that is white.
That is so satisfying.
Yeah, I thought.
It is, isn't it?
Oh.
So anything that is down the side walls, I use the petite cuticle nippers because they have a smaller blade and it's much easier to come in the side. Now the difference between nippers and, you know, a lot of, we've got a different one that's slightly bigger. It's got a slightly bigger blade. It opens up a lot wider in the hand. So if you've got a bigger hand, you might like this. These are really good for pedicures. But you can see the difference in how they open. This opens a lot wider. This is more delicate. And because it doesn't open as wide, you use it a bit more delicately because you need less pressure. But what I want to show you, a lot of people just use a generic one that'll generally open out quite wide. So when you're using a cuticle nipper, can you see the tension on the hand? So a lot of people get carpal tunnel in the hand for doing nail tech, and they're busy nail tech, they end up getting carpal tunnel because they are always going nip, nipping that away. Yeah, but if you use the scissors,
Yeah, just a very little movement in the wrist.
there is hardly anything, is there? It's such a small movement that it doesn't put the strain on that carpal tunnel. And because they are light yet sturdy and you need such a small action, it makes you naturally be more delicate with it. A heavier tool will make you more heavy-handed. Cassidy says I'm heavy-handed. That's when I've got a brush in my hand though, you know, hairbrush.
Not just an outfit.
So let's get rid of all this white. So notice how I haven't taken off that bit that's like a slightly pinky yellow. That still has a blood supply. So we've used all them. Now we're going to go to the Mandrel Bit. So the Mandrel Bit is for your sanding bands. Also has a gorgeous AB Swarovski crystal at the end. These are your sanding bands, and these are made out of ceramic particles. They're a really high grade. Then we've got medium and fine. We're going to use the fine. You can use the medium on natural nails if they've got gel polish on top, or you want to take the gel polish off, but you want to keep on the builder. So if you've got like a builder in the bottle on, but you've got gel polish on top, use the medium band to get rid of it. And it'll just won't touch your builder then, so you can keep that intact. So again, you don't want it all the way down. Slide it out, lock it in place. We have tension grips. So this is a safety lock system at the bottom that holds your sanding band on. You know, they used to make them where it's like got like lines in just to create a bit of tension, but they wear, and then your sanding band tends to slip. We're going to keep this low. I've got it on 7. You can go between 5 and 7. What you want is to be able to press hard and it stops. Yeah, that's how soft you want it. If I put it on full power, it'll just obliterate my hand. That's not what you want. And you go back to the forward motion. And we're just going to gently take the shine off this nail so it's ready for product application. The fine sanding bands are a 240 grit, the medium ones are a 180 grit. feel a bit unstable.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Oh, it does there.
Feel like, bleh.
Oh,
Right, so I'm just going to file over with 100 grit. Soft. It's defo split, that is. So this should teach everybody not to keep their nails on for too long. I hate it when, when you see on Instagram, oh, I had my nails on for like 12 weeks and they're still on. Yeah, they might be still on and they might have this big, massive gap at the back and look hideous, but they're also causing damage to your natural nail. And don't get me wrong, it will grow back and lots of times it will repair itself, but a lot of damage can be caused.
oh. Ooh, that's quite low down as well.
Let's just soak the rest of that off.
Ooh.
So we've taken off what was soft. Let's rehydrate with acetone and wrap it back up. By wrapping in foil, it also keeps the heat of the finger in there, which actually helps the acetone to work faster. And it'll also create a barrier so it doesn't evaporate. Right, let me just go to this 240 grit. So on this file I actually have 4 grits. So I'm using 240 grit because it's on the natural nail. While that's soaking, I am going to file the length of these because we're having a new set on and you don't want your length, do you, Duck?
You say so, Duck? No.
She doesn't. She don't want it at all, do you? You don't want it.
You cut my natural nails off a long time ago, Duck.
Goodbye, goodbye.
So it's nearly a year since you did my very first set.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Was that the edit range?
Yeah.
With the smiley face with the
It was
checks
like
and-
April time, I think, where every nail was different.
I love doing them. So if you don't know who Morgan is, where have you been? Morgan owns a little boutique called Morgan the Label, M-R-G-N. M-R-G-N, the label.
No vowels, Duck.
No vowels. Took them out. Not needed. And so she sells loads of clothes, of which I'm always wearing.
That top's from us,
Is it
isn't it?
Duck? This is from there. It's part of a little. It's fleecy inside. It's all snuggly and warm. It's nice. So what we'll do is in the description box we'll put Morgan's Instagram in there, and let me just tell you a story about Morgan's Instagram. Morgan's Instagram went missing. It got, what did it say, deactivated? Or?
Suspended.
Suspended.
Whatever that means.
So there's loads of Instagrams at the minute getting suspended and people have built their accounts up and then all of a sudden Instagram, with no reason, suspends your account. That's like my worst nightmare.
It was my worst nightmare, Duck.
Yeah. So,
But you've got a lot more followers than me. But it still cuts deep.
well, yeah, you've got like 10k followers, that's good, that is. And then, yeah,
Bye.
gone. So she's had to start again. How awful is that?
That's absolutely horrible.
It's horrible, isn't it?
But it is when it's your business.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's your baby, and
they're really not delivering on like people spending years building
No.
up platforms, building up a market, and
No.
they're really not treating people.
I'd rather pay a monthly fee to use the platform
Yeah.
for business
Yeah,
and know my account was safe.
definitely.
So Instagram, if you're watching,
You book up your ideas. Because you don't even like tell you appeal it and then you just don't hear anything back. There's like no communication at all. It's so disheartening.
you're talking to the robots.
Yeah, that's it. Some robot just goes and suspends your account
Yeah.
and you don't even know what it's for.
I actually had a woman message me when my account had gone saying she was actually a nail tech,
Yeah.
saying she was on a 3rd account now from them
No.
being suspended. It's not good.
And that's a nail tech. Wow. It's crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy. I'll tell you what, if it was like, you know, Kim K.
It wouldn't happen,
Wouldn't
be
happen,
uproar.
would it? Yeah. Soon sort that out, wouldn't it?
It'd be breaking news.
But us peasants, they just
Draw.
vanish. Yeah, so you're building again, aren't you?
We're building, we're building.
But you've still got as many sales, haven't you?
Yeah, our sales haven't gone down, which is good. Means that the true fan club is still with us.
Yes.
And that's what we want.
Yes. You want the true people. Oh, yes, it's defo got a little split going through it. That's why it was hurting then. Right, while this is soft, let's give it a file and it'll just kind of roll off. So it like rolls off. Natural nail looks nice. At the end. At the end.
The end of
that
it's
bit.
nice.
The end of it.
Oh god. It feels weak. It's like me, Duck, it's on the edge.
Yeah. Well, luckily, you don't have massively long nails, do you?
No.
So you'll be alright with something on that.
That
It'll
natural
actually-
nail is lovely.
I know it is nice. But we're just going to say goodbye to that now.
Okay.
Goodbye. You are the weakest link.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Do you think it'll survive? I don't think
survive.
it's split all the way through, is it?
Yeah.
Or is it hanging on at the sides?
It's the sides have still got... I mean, it's still attached here.
Yeah.
If it wasn't attached here, it'd be game over. It'd be like, sorry, you can have the gel polish, that's about it.
Ooh.
on that natural stump. Sorry. So you can just have gel polish. Shall we do that? Happy about that? No.
No, hon.
Goodbye. Right. So I'm going to finish the cuticles on that nail. I'm just going to put a little bit of oil on. Just to replenish the skin more than anything. I will dehydrate these when I do Morgan's nails. But there we are, look at the cuticles, look so much better now. Even on the pooly one.
She's cooling. It's like, you know, that show 10 Years Younger.
Yeah.
That's what happens to them when they have a little tidy up.
Yeah, they look all nice.
The wrinkles have gone
Yeah,
dark.
everything, yeah. Apart from your pooly. But in another video, we will do a full set on Morgan's nails. And yeah, join us for that. Everything we used today will be listed below. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram. And don't forget to check out Morgan's Instagram as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Ta-ra, Duck!